Most men are below average in looks. Most men are ugly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King titled "Woman Destroys Her 15-Year Marriage and Instantly Regrets It." Am I the only one who thinks this is insane, right? You have women throwing away marriages that have literally lasted over a decade. Like, that is absolutely disgusting. Now, today's video was suggested to me by Hadan the Mummy. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comments, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
So I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't.
You need to change that convince word to manipulate.
Ooh.
We're not gonna play those games right now. You took a vow. You took vows. You stood before God or whatever it is you believe in and said that you were going to love this man in sickness and through health.
Her question is incredibly childish. She's pretty much asking how she can stay married while betraying her husband while also not getting in trouble for it. That's not how an adult is supposed to act, especially a married one.
For rich and for poor, you said that you committed whenever you took that vow. You committed to be there even in the hard times, even in the times where you were not fully emotionally fulfilled. You still took on that position to say that I'm going to have those conversations. I'm going to communicate. I'm not going to breach the trust in this marriage. You lack marital integrity. And if you lack marital integrity, you lack integrity as a person as well.
Not only does she lack integrity, she also lacks empathy. She has no problem betraying the man that she married and is more concerned about keeping her side piece than she actually cares about the feelings of her own husband.
So my next point to make is the audacity must be on sale right now for you to be able to say, how can I convince my husband, a man at that, convince my husband to let me still have a side relationship as if I did not betray this man, as if I did not hurt this man, as if I did not dishonor this man, as if I did not disrespect this man, and you want to ask for something? You want to ask for what it seems like more of a favor because it's only going to work in your favor.
She wants her cake and she wants to be able to eat it too. She wants her husband to take care of her financial needs and she wants another man to take care of the physical needs, which just means she never wanted to marry the guy in the first place.
It's nothing that is going to work for him. I don't like when we play these games like this. You entered into what you two believe was a monogamous agreement and you made it a polyamorous thing.
Ooh.
You did.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something else that you did. Let's talk about the lack of responsibility.
She's laughing at what she's saying as if she expected this woman to, one, not be concerned, and two, to just give her a strategy on how to get away with violating her wedding vows. Completely ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you one more thing because I'm sure some other panelists have something to say. This is the problem that I have. Whenever you open up your marriage to something that somebody else did not consent to, if your side piece has depression or anxiety, anything like that, there's a spiritual exchange that takes place when you go sleep with somebody else that you now have invited into your home. So part of the reason why your marriage is not happy is because you were lusting over the fence to begin with.
Ooh.
You invited that into your marriage. You corrupted your home. The best thing for you to do, because he does have the right to leave you, the best thing that you could do, the responsible thing you can do, is either end that relationship on the side or leave that man alone and let somebody else find him.
There's a reason why it's called home wrecking. They're bringing in an uninvited guest and they're destroying the peace and stability of the home, all in the name of having some excitement. It's incredibly selfish and self-destructive.
How many girl best friends can a guy have?
Like while in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
they should have none.
Why is that?
That's a huge red flag.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What if I just want to, keep him in my back pocket in case,
Yeah, exactly.
Insurance.
That's exactly why it's a red flag.
When a modern woman has a backup guy as insurance, which, mind you, pretty much all of them do, then that's considered being smart, right? But if a dude does it, it's a red flag, because assuming a relationship with a dude is going to fail is strictly for the women, apparently.
The reason that couples fight is that women think being selfish is not doing things for other people, and men think being selfish is expecting other people to do things. Which, in case you didn't notice, is the exact opposite. Like, I have friends who have helped me through bad as I clung to their chest and begged them to deliver me from the evil spider demon at the bottom of hell, for whom I would drive miles and miles and miles to help out of a sticky situation, loan them money, whatever they need, probably die for them, really. But I'm not going to get him something for his birthday. Women will hear that and they'll be like, you're a bad friend. I'm like, you don't understand what I would do for him if he asked. But he doesn't ask anything. I'm not doing it for Craig.
That's one thing that modern women just will never seem to understand. Men will go to hell and back for a friend, but most of the time we feel the need to solve our own problems and will only ask for help if we actually genuinely need it.
But if he wanted me to, I'd kill someone for him. Like, and women, on the other hand, will have like silent expectations that they'll want done for them because they would do it for somebody else, like a big, nice, extravagant birthday party that they'll throw for their friend. And so she'll be thinking, you're selfish for not doing this thing for me, and he'll be thinking, you're selfish for expecting that. Then they'll both equally think that the other one is ridiculous. Which is why women will brag about like a guy who's very thoughtful, and a guy will brag about a woman who knows when to leave him alone.
It's insane how a modern woman will call someone selfish for not wanting to do the most extravagant things for another person, as if not wanting to dump time, energy, and money down a bottomless pit is somehow a bad thing.
Maturity is realizing that in the Titanic film, Rose decides to throw a $250 million pendant in memory of an unemployed man she slept with only once away. A man who never even owned the necklace. She completely disregards the fact that the explorer who brought her to the wreck and built his entire career finding that necklace. Yet she held on to it for decades on the off chance she end up at the wreck site again, just to chuck it into the ocean for no good reason, and croaks in his bed.
What makes this even funnier is how Jack gave her the necklace so she wouldn't have to be destitute when she got to the States, but she threw it back into the ocean to spite the man she didn't even want to marry.
Then goes and waltzes past her husband in the afterlife to meet up with her 3-day fling. Meanwhile, she conveniently leaves out the part where she let Jack, the 3-day love of her life, freeze to death because she couldn't scoot over a bit on the giant door. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, her husband of many years might have liked to know she'd been hanging on to a $250 million necklace all that time. How about her granddaughter, who was caring for her, an early retirement fund? Anyone? The real villain of Titanic? Ready for it? Not Cal, not even the iceberg. It was Rose.
What's interesting is how, even though she took Jack's last name when she got to the US, the only time she ever talked about him was literally a day before she died. If it wasn't for the Titanic expedition, she would have probably taken that story to her grave.
Just demand equal opportunity, but not the same responsibility. Right! Men are literally trash, but women are also equal to men. Yes, exactly! Women are all victims of the patriarchy, so we should give women all the power. I've been saying this! Women are so oppressed. Women are so powerful. Exactly! Sex is powerful and important. Sex is casual and women relate to it in the same way that men do. It's so obvious! Feminism is about equality, except when men actually want equality, right?
Feminism is nothing but a list of contradicting ideas that make absolutely no sense. Its only design is to manipulate women into hating the vast majority of men for no practical reason, and millions of women fell for it.
Don't have a say in women's life.
Do you think the sexual empowerment of women in any way contributes to their own objectification?
No.
Does the fact that exist prove that women are okay being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
No. It means that we can use our body the way that we want to without men's control.
Do you consider sex work to be real work?
Yes. Yes. And if you don't, you suck.
Her answers make no sense at all. The women on these spicy sites literally make themselves the object of men's desire to convince them to pay for the content. Men won't pay her attention otherwise.
Why are women more accepting of women who can sell sex, but are less likely to accept a man who can buy it?
Because it's empowering to be able to do what you want with your body when you want to be able to do it.
But isn't that like shaming your own customers?
No.
Well, how can you be a victim of your own product?
Because it's my body. My body, my choice. My body, my choice.
These women pretty much summed up feminism in a nutshell. It's pretty much rules for thee, but not for me. They get every exception in the world because of crap that happened over 100 years ago, apparently.
Men's aging faces are considered dignified and sexy, and they have salt and pepper hair. When do you ever hear women described as having salt and pepper hair?
You know what? Women can do whatever they want to make themselves look better. What's wrong with that?
But there's a culture in thinking that that's what looks better specifically on women. We shoot men in high definition, and we make women airbrush like emojis. And so I don't like that. I don't want to have Botox. I don't want to have filler. I don't want to have a facelift. I'm enjoying my grey hairs.
Well, Jamila, you are sitting here with dyed hair and a pound of makeup on your face, preaching about being natural. That's silly, no?
Women like this love to complain about how men age more gracefully than women, and that's somehow men's fault. That way they can blame us when they spend too much money on makeup that makes them look even worse.
Sex is the only agency women have. Agency in this context is a person's capacity to wield influence in their immediate environment. It's where the cliche of what do you bring to the table comes from. Women created that meme because when they date a man, they're essentially conducting a job interview to see what does this man bring to the table. Resources, stability, security, and so on. Women want to know such things because they instinctively understand they need men to survive.
There's nothing wrong with needing men to survive. It becomes an issue when women not only shame men for not getting any bedroom fun, but also assuming that they can shame those very same men and still expect them to do their jobs for them.
When women are asked the same question, however, it boils down to one thing. The woman brings herself to the table. Men don't need a woman's income. She offers no security or protection. And in short, the only thing a woman can offer a man is herself. Now, historically, this meant the woman brought the man herself as a loyal companion who would mother his children and take care of the domestic side of his life. In that arrangement, the woman brought sex, of course, but the sex was connected to her role as wife and mother.
It was mutually beneficial. The man provided and protected. The woman made the home and provided peace. The bedroom fun was just a small part of the bigger picture. But modern women think that's the only thing that they have to provide.
Thus, the woman's agency was what she provided as a wife and mother. Our current culture, however, has made marriage effectively obsolete, which strips away what a woman can bring to the table except for sex. And let's face it, not all men have ready access to sex, but most women are giving sex away like free samples at Costco. And this isn't a knock on women, but an observation on culture.
Hookup culture has done a lot of damage to the way people connect. There's a reason why that kind of behavior was shamed in the past. Nothing good has come of it.
When women can't offer loyal companionship, motherhood, and domestic management, because she's been the town bicycle who's convinced herself she doesn't need a man, sex is all that's left. So if sex is all a woman has to offer a man, why bother getting married? And let's be clear, I'm pro-marriage, but only to traditionally feminine women. That means she brings to the table a degree of sexual purity, organic desire, and an agreeable nature. If she lacks any of those traits, she's not really worth marrying.
Marriage is pretty much pointless, especially for men. The majority of single, childless women in their 30s who want to get married are so bitter that they aren't capable of respecting the men that they even get with. If she can't bring mutual respect, then there's no point in a marriage in the first place.
Understand? I work, I make my own money, first of all. So what you bring is just an addition to what I already have. No, because I make my own money.
So what?
So what do you mean, so what?
So should I
What do you
need
mean,
10K?
so-
No,
I
I'm
don't
saying,
need
why is
10K.
it an achievement that
It
someone
is
is
an
providing for
achievement.
themselves?
It is an achievement.
Huh.
Do you know why it's an achievement? Do you know why it's
Because
an
you can
achievement?
put food in your mouth and you can pay your rent. It's an achievement.
For myself.
But we are living, guys. Everyone must.
For myself.
So what?
I think me.
No, I'm asking, guys. So who? So why is it I'm asking, why is it an achievement?
It's an achievement because other women told her that it was. People have been going to work and paying their own bills for hundreds of years. She doesn't deserve a medal because someone else told them that they did. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.